Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for coming on and joining Coopersthaiadventure Money Matters Monday with my good and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder. Welcome, Mr. Brooke.
Good to be here.
And boy, what a week it was last week, and we got a lot to get into. What the heck happened? I hear you guys saying in the comments already. I've read quite a few of them before the start of the live stream. And people like, wow, what's happened? Is Doomsday in? And did Malcolm need to change his diapers? Well, it all happened last week. So we'll go over what happened and the good news. There is good news in the upcoming future, very near future, actually. And we're going to go over all that in today's show. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it off to Mr. Brooke Schneider. What the hell happened last week, Brooke?
Why me? Well, look at the markets took a dump, let's call it. And everything went down. Even the good went down with the bad. And, obviously fear, So what happened? Well, tariffs, there was some issuance about additional tariffs coming on. Some got settled, so it's working its way through. No interest rate cuts. That Powell guy, he's got to get his ass out of there. Hopefully September they'll have the cuts, hopefully a big one. They need it.
Well, the markets are saying there's an 80% chance of cuts in September.
I don't trust Powell. Let's hope.
Okay.
No interest rate cuts, as I mentioned. And, the labor statistics came out and,
that was a big one.
Well, they got revised again and they weren't good. Like, new job openings and that. I mean, other than the government, nobody's hiring. Hopefully that's stopping too, the government. But and then Trump fired, and should have, the lady in charge of this Bureau of Labor Statistics, who are consistently wrong. I mean, if you're wrong in your job in anything, you got to address it, right? And she was wrong under Biden. So this has been continuing even under Biden's administration. So they need to take a look at that and get accurate information. I mean, we all need accurate information to make informed decisions.
Yeah, educated decisions.
Yeah, and of course, we're not getting it from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So
they oversold it by 250,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Saying that there was over 250,000 jobs more created than actually was.
And there wasn't. Yeah, exactly. They weren't there. Up in the air somewhere in the cloud. That's where they were. They were in the cloud.
And the funny part was, did you see what happened with Powell? Powell said that the reason he didn't cut interest rates was because of the jobs report. The economy looked very strong. Well, now he's got egg on his face because he didn't do his due diligence. And he went by that report and therefore said, okay, no need to cut interest rates this month because the economy is growing strong. A lot more jobs are coming in, blah, 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 blah. Fact is, the jobs weren't there.
No, they weren't. And but I agree with you. They will be cutting rates in September. Hopefully it's a big one. I could, hopefully at least a point, But
I'm hoping for a point, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be a quarter of a point.
Powell is such an idiot. He'll probably just do a quarter and say, hey, look what I did.
Yeah,
everyone should be happy.
Shut up.
Yeah,
exactly.
And he's only in there till May 15th, but he can still do a lot of damage if he doesn't start cutting big time. I don't think the economy is as booming as it could be. Like Trump's doing, in my opinion, a lot of positive stuff, and he's bringing money into the government with these tariffs.
That is a positive. I'll give you
there's
that. Yeah.
Factories, investments, let's say, coming into the U.S. big time. It will take a little time to work its way out, but so yeah. Now, what should you do? Number one thing, do not panic. This is just a normal part of the investment cycle, guys, ups and downs. And you've done your research like we have. You're comfortable with your stocks that we have, and we sleep good at night. In fact, if anything, you should look at this, guys, as a buying opportunity. Things are on sale. And trust me, Bitcoin's on sale.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't believe we're seeing that.
It went down from 118 down to 112 and now currently hovering around 114.
Oh, I wonder if it'll keep dropping. Oh, heavens, boys, there's enough impetus behind Bitcoin coming. It's all positive stuff.
Yeah.
You know, more and more reserves being opened, governments are buying, companies now are looking at it. You know, there's talks in boardrooms all over the planet about, hey, maybe we should be getting into some Bitcoin. And that will all come together, come to fruition. So there's nothing but positive news, in my opinion, about Bitcoin being on sale. So,
and let's get into the positive news, folks. Last year, there was 50 public traded companies that invested in Bitcoin. That number has now gone up in the 6 months of this year to 150 public trading companies now in Bitcoin. It's tripled in 6 months.
Yeah.
Virtually tripled in 6 months. So super wow. The other big wow, MicroStrategy. I watched their earnings call from start to finish, all 2 hours and 20 minutes of it. Watched it from start to finish. I was glued to the TV because I'm big in MicroStrategy. I'm big in MSTY. I want to know what the hell's going on and why the hell does he keep on hurting the shareholders by selling the ATMs and what he's going to do about it.
Buy Bitcoin.
I know he's buying Bitcoin, but he's selling the common shares to do it, and it's not good for the shareholder. I've repeated that time and time again. I know you get more Satoshis, but if you're driving the share price, you're not going to feel it. If you're driving its share price down, you're not going to see it in your wallet, is what I'm saying. So they did the earnings call, and this is fantastic news for those that are into MicroStrategy, Bitcoin, and MSTY. Okay, so listen up, folks. During the earnings call, he made a pledge, and he had the whole board on there. There was at the 1 hour 21 minute mark. You can go back and watch it, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. They had the conference where people can ask questions. And that was the best bit of the whole video, in my opinion. So you had Samson Mao on there and a lot of great people asking important questions moving forward. What the heck are you going to do for us shareholders? You know, that's what we want to know. And what they came up with was the NAV premium. Now, the NAV premium for MicroStrategy currently sits at 1.6. Thereabouts
1.516
1.516. Sometimes it goes up as high as 1.7. It fluctuates from week to week, and they have pledged moving forward, unless the NAV premium is over 2.5, they will not sell any of the common shares to buy Bitcoin.
Yep,
they're going to do it all with the preferred shares, the strikes, the strife, all those new ones that bonds that they're issuing for people to get monthly dividends or annual dividends. And here's the great news in regards to that. That is going to boost the stock price back up. That's what we want. We want the price to go up because when that goes up, MSTY goes up. We want the volatility. And that is so, so, so important. And I was belated, absolutely belated when I saw that. Elated, belated, tricated, whatever you want to call it. I was it, you know, I was over the moon, if you want to put it in finer terms. And it means a lot because I sold my Tesla bag to buy MicroStrategy because I think this FOMO is going to kick in of them joining the S&P 500 next year. And their earnings for this year alone is $10 billion. 10 billion with a B.
Gotta like that.
That is a lot of freaking money. It's outperformed the big boys. You know, they can't compete, and it blew them away. The financial people out there were saying, "Oh no, they're going to be under their, you know, their share appreciation price is going to be minus 70 cents of what it should be, or something like that." And they came out and they said, "No, our share appreciation price is actually $34 per share." And that means a heck of a lot. So it doesn't mean the share price is going to go up at $34. What it means is if you were to account fair market value into the share price, MicroStrategy would be at $1,000 right now. That's what it would be trading at.
That'd be nice.
And that's woken up a lot of people. And I can see a lot of investment coming in because the new one that they came out with, the new Strife, whatever it's called, they're planning on raising $4.5 billion.
Okay.
$4.5 billion on their new one to buy more Bitcoin.
Probably be oversubscribed.
The last one, they wanted to raise $1 billion. It was oversubscribed and they got $2 billion. So that's why they bought 21,021 Bitcoin. Came to $2 billion. This one, they say, is even going to outperform that. And if they're hoping to raise $4.5 billion, well, every one they've launched this year has always been oversubscribed. Whatever target they have, it goes way past it. So if they're looking at $4.5 billion now, you're probably looking somewhere in the area of $5 to $6 billion, maybe even more. They're going to raise and just go boom, buy Bitcoin. The OTC desks are getting hit hard. 150 corporate entities buying Bitcoin. Nation states buying Bitcoin.
Little guys like you and me buying Bitcoin.
And we're buying the dips because these people that get afraid when the market has a little bit of turmoil and they sell, guess what? They're all buying back in above what they sold it for. Because they would have sold it like 112 and all of a sudden, look, it's back at 114.
Well, listen, every member on that board of directors, and I doubt
with MicroStrategy,
I don't even doubt Saylor himself bought MicroStrategy
shares.
Yeah. Did they buy it at this bottom? No.
They bought it at the high.
At 4 and change.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting on a board of directors, who gets inside information initially? You better believe the board does. You know, they're sitting there, I don't know, weekly, whatever, and discussing things. And so they see what's happening. And when you have everyone on the board buying, that kind of says, well, you know, if it's good enough for them, maybe it's good enough for me. So
yeah, because you're a board member and you know where the company's going and you know what's going to happen.
Obviously have faith in it.
Yeah, you're going to buy into it.
Sure.
You know, it's like, okay, we should be at $1,000 per share on fair market value. We're sitting at 366. We're going to triple our money, folks. Come on, let's buy it now. And that's what they're doing.
So question, why did MicroStrategy drop? Part of it is obviously as the market goes up or down, micro will follow. There's a segment.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's selling. Hey, get out of, you know, they want out. Short sellers possibly. The stock price is too high. That NAV shouldn't be at 1.6. It should be at 1. You know, well, good luck with that. You know, the fact that they've I mean, they've had a fantastic earnings call, as you mentioned. And I think it's a good buying opportunity.
I do.
If my bag, like I got a full bag of micro, okay? So I need to build up MSTY, ALTI, and Tesla. So we'll see what's on sale this week because I did get my dividends last weekend. So we'll see what's on sale. But I'm not sitting on the sidelines. Like I got enough to live on right now. So I'll be buying probably tonight. So
that when the market opens.
Yeah.
And we have our first shout out to give. Michael Avila bought 3 coffees and said, it's all going to be good. Enjoy on me. And thank you, Michael. Much appreciated. It is going to be good. This is just a temporary setback. It happens as the government passes more tariffs. Maybe they get to an agreement with Canada. Maybe they get to agreement with Brazil. Who knows? You know, what does Brazil actually make other than coffee and drugs? You know, I don't know.
I don't care about Brazil.
Yeah. So right now there's 50% tariff on Brazil. Brazil's fighting the American government and says, okay, we're going to raise our tariffs on you even more. Okay, no problem. We'll do the same to you like we did to China. You know, we'll go 200-300% in tariffs if you want to go down that route. Kill your economy. We don't care. We don't rely on your trade, you know, as much as we do with China, Canada, and the EU, for example. You know, so Brazil, do your thing. You know, good luck to you, buddy.
With the markets, we'll see what happens. I suspect this week the markets will trend to back up. But if you're looking at buying, which I'll be doing, I'll probably look at dollar cost averaging into the stocks I own. You know, the ones that can drop my average more are probably what I'll look at. So, you know, I'm not kind of keyed. I wouldn't say this morning at this point in time, I know which I'm buying. I'm going to
Mhm.
wait for the markets to open, see which one of those 3 stocks, say, I'm interested in getting into, and then I might do half today and half tomorrow. We'll see. You know what I mean? Some days, like I've bought stocks twice in the same day. I remember Tesla was down, I think at 310. I bought some, and then it went down to 295 the same day. Well, shit, I bought more
Mm.
because you know what I mean. Like even in the day you buy it, it can go down further. So, we'll see what happens. But the bottom line is, listen, what you have, if you've done your research, hopefully you have, you should be comfortable with what you own. This is just a natural occurring, day in the markets when they do have these drops.
Mm.
And look at it this way: the good goes down with the bad.
Yeah.
And so I would say, everyone, hold on, don't fret, don't panic. Uh, and if you're able, do a little more buying on the dips.
Mm.
And if you're not able, well, okay, just continue doing your research and hold tight and, wait for the markets to rebound, which they will.
Yeah. And so, along with some further good news, folks, it can't get any better than this. Really can't. A lot of people been concerned with Misty and their NAV premium going down. It was down in the 40 percentile. Guess what it was as of yesterday?
What are you talking about? Implied volatility?
Yes.
Okay.
Their 30-day IV. Okay. Their 30-day IV was down in the 40s. Now, guess what it is as of yesterday? In the 60s. It has shot up 20%,
Yeah. Good.
25%. Fantastic. That's what you want, because when they do their monthly payouts, they go by the 30-day IV percentage. And as of last week, I watched their earnings calls, their earnings every day last week. I follow it religiously. Brooke doesn't. He relies on me for the information down at the pool. Hey, what's happening with Misty? And Misty made a whole $1 for the shareholders last week.
Mm.
We're only in week 1. That was the end of the very first week of their earnings from the last dividend payment. So fantastic news, and they still have 3 weeks to go. Next payment for Misty is the 30th of August. 2 paydays this month. We just had the first one. Next one is the 30th of August. So fantastic news. They'll give their call on the 28th and tell you what you're going to be making. But right now, Misty made a full $1 last week.
I don't look at the daily Misty updates like you do.
Mm.
And the reason is simply that, okay, Bitcoin, I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
It will pull MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
Okay, the largest Bitcoin
And then
holder.
that in turn will pull Misty.
That in turn will pull Misty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a slow and steady process. It won't be dollar for dollar. You know what I mean? MicroStrategy, I think, will overperform Bitcoin's price over time, and Misty will underperform, say that, because if Micro goes up $1, Misty might go up 50 cents. You know what I mean? In the share price, I'm talking here, or percentages. But I do know where they're headed over the long term, and it'll be up and to the right. So I'm just kind of a buy and hold, let my dividends keep collecting. It is what it is. If it's $1 next month, so be it. If it's $2, everybody's happy.
Exactly.
Volatility going up, as you mentioned, is key, and that's what's happening now. One thing, guys, when these markets have this fear in it, the volatility tends to spike on all the products. Yeah. And that's actually how YieldMax generates their income, is from volatility. And as our good friend Malcolm likes to say, volatility is our friend.
Yes.
A lot of financial advisors, guys, will tell you, oh, you don't want volatility in your portfolio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to make money, you sure as hell do.
So without further ado, let's get into the stream and see who we got online and answer some of your questions.
Blakester Drums, please market go up. Morning, gentlemen and gang. Yeah, it will, Blakester.
It will. And August is one of those months that always tends to go down in the markets. And as the volatility gets less and less with Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin will follow the market trend. Right now, what the biggest trend that Bitcoin follows is the M2 money supply. It's been correlated to that since its inception 15 years ago. Where the M2 money supply goes, Bitcoin follows. It's
True.
very tightly correlated, and that's the one to watch. Where is the money supply right now? The M2 money supply, very high and to the right.
Yeah.
Which is calling for, if you were to follow it accurately, right now, it would call for 174,000 Bitcoin
Price.
Yeah, per Bitcoin. And it's correlated at like 110 days after. So where the M2 money supply goes, 110 days after Bitcoin goes. And where M2 money supplies is now is 174,000 per Bitcoin. 110 days from now, that's where you can expect Bitcoin price to be.
Well, aren't you the accurate little predictor?
I like to follow the charts.
Good for you.
So yeah, good news ahead. And thank you, Blakester Jums, for being a channel member with a badge next to your name.
I just want to add one thing on that M2 money supply.
Yeah.
It's not only happening in the West, like US. Every country on the planet is running their printing presses, printing this paper money with nothing backing it. Now, they do this to obviously, pay their bills, pay the interest, do their programs, whatever they've decided. The governments have to pay for this. They can't really go broke, so they'll just have to keep printing these fiat dollars or whatever currency they're in. But that money has to go somewhere. Anyone that's holding money in their bank account collecting 1 or 2% a year is killing themselves.
Yeah.
So you want to, the smart money, and there's lots of it out there, big money, is investing in hard assets. Well, the hardest asset out there is Bitcoin. They don't make any more. So that's what's going to happen to the prices of these assets. They can go up to the right, as will the money supply. So, it bodes very well for Bitcoin. And anyways, let's go on. Michael Avila says, have to ride the wave, right, Brooke? Correctamundo. I'm new at this investment stuff. That's okay. Teaching me patience, not patience in the hospital. Patience mean wait.
Yeah.
Have a great show. Yeah. Guys, the more you do your research, the more comfortable you'll get with your investments. And the more comfortable you get, helps you sleep at night, causes you not to panic when there's a downturn. And so definitely just keep doing your research, whether it's good times or bad times. Just keep doing your research. Now my nephew, for example, 35 stocks. I says, that's ridiculous. You can't research 35 stocks and do a good job. My opinion, guys, you want to limit it to maybe 4 or 5 max. In my case, we're talking Micro's the biggest, Tesla, Bitcoin, there's maybe 4 I have that and 3 are big. So yeah, those I research every day. And anyway, so keep doing your research.
And what I research is the M2 money supply and also the fear and greed index. Right now, Bitcoin fear and greed index is at 64, greed. So that means people are still buying.
Yeah.
They're not panicking. It's not in fear mode.
I think Friday was 55.
Yes, so, it was down. Now it's back up at 64.
114.6 on the
Bitcoin.
Yeah. Still on sale, honestly.
So it's climbing back up. Let's see. And it did hit 115 briefly. So
what are the shit coins doing here?
Shit. ETH is at 35.35, up 3.59%.
Oh, XRP is over $3, 301. So
301 now. Yep, 7.6%.
Maybe you want to take a look at liquidating a bit of those on the next upswing.
And
Solana's cheap,
163. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're all getting back up.
There you go.
So hopefully good things coming for this week for the market.
Jim Collis buying the dip on MSTY. Boy, it's a great time.
MSTY's at $18, Brooke.
You get it under 20, it's a buy, in my opinion.
Oh, it's a hell of a buy under 20.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you're going to see it very long at $18.
Yeah. you know, look at your return on investment. I mean, even if they went at $1 and you know, $12 a year on a $20 purchase you made, that's 60% return on your money. So
Exactly.
these people parking their money in GICs and money market at 1 and 2 and 3%. Hello, you'll get that a month, more than that a month in these vehicles.
Exactly.
Richard Woolley, I'd love to buy the dip, but I'm fully margined, unfortunately.
I know that feeling when you don't have any dry powder left. You already
Correct.
put it all in there, and you're like, "Shit, it's down. I wish I could buy." I know that feeling.
I'm
It
somewhat
sucks.
guilty of that myself, but
Ditto.
definitely when the payments come in, and listen, I did switch into ALTI.
Have you bought some Alti?
I have bought ALTI. I bought it last week.
Okay.
And the reason was I kind of like the idea of having dry powder every week.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You know, so with the weekly payer of ALTI, which is what it is.
So you got out of Misty completely?
No. Oh, hell no.
Oh, I was going to
No,
say,
no.
bad move, Brooke.
No. My Misty bag is still big. But I decided to allocate into this ALTI for the weekly payment, which gives me a weekly amount of dry powder to buy. Because, you know, I mean, once a month with Misty, sure, you got a nice slug, and what do you do with it? A lot of us need it for a living. At some point, I'll need that for a living. But in the meantime, until my money currently here runs out, I'll just keep buying. And I like the idea that a Misty check, an ALTI check every week gives me some dry powder. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, that's that.
Diversification. Good.
Vegas Chris, in my opinion, this is a buying opportunity. Correct. I totally agree. There is way too much positive coming in the near future, especially in Bitcoin, to bail out. Correct. DCA, dollar cost average in, pick up what you can on these dips. Good plan. Just my 2 cents worth. Happy day, DCB and family. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Chris. And thank you, by the way, for being a channel member. Now is a good opportunity to DCA. Probably. Mostly because if you got into Misty, folks, a lot of us got in above $20 a share, and now it's at 18. Say you got 1,000 shares of Misty, for example, and that you can afford to buy another 500. Well, you just dropped your DCA from over $20 a share to down to 19.
Yeah, in that area.
And 19 in that area. So when it goes up, you make even more.
Yep. Dollar cost averaging is always a smart idea for investing. Richard Woolley at Vegas Chris, I think you're right, but looking forward to Coop and Brooke's take on it. Well, we tend to agree with Vegas Chris.
I do. I think now is a good opportunity to be buying in. I think this week, the stocks are going to start to normalize. All right. Don't expect any big gains. I don't expect Bitcoin to go over 120. But I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the week if it's back at 118.
True.
Yeah.
Bitcoin hasn't had a tremendous jump recently, so it's due at some point. Probably by the end of the month, I'm guessing. Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, everyone. Hit that like button.
Yes, please.
Thumbs
if you're
up
watching on
and,
the live stream,
make
hit
Darlene
the thumbs
smile.
up. It's free. Come on, guys.
Stacy says, good morning from the land of Oz. Definitely seems to be a great time to buy. It is. In the famous words of who? There is plenty on sale.
I don't know. Who's that guy?
Bitcoin's on sale.
Famous?
Malcolm Hawkins, Uru. Good day, Team Coops and Captain Bitcoin. After the last week, I've got to change my underwear. He heard you.
Yeah,
and it will be all good in a week or two. Correct, Mundo.
It will. Normally, the first 2 weeks of August, the stock market goes down. And towards the end of August, it recovers and goes back up again.
Yeah, Malcolm's well diversified. Jeff Trio. Hey, guys, got 65 more shares of Misty. Couldn't resist the sale on Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's it's interesting. So I didn't get my money in the account till Saturday, but Friday was a good buying day.
I know.
You know, if you could, because
and you were kicking yourself. You said, "Damn it! I wish I had more dry powder."
yeah. Well, it just tends to happen.
Yeah.
Roger Carpenter, good morning, CBD and gang. Got my popcorn and a zero sugar Mugs root beer. Let's make some money.
And yes, definitely, because I think it's going to go up from here. I mean, it's hovering around 114.8 right now, Bitcoin. So fingers crossed, continues to go up. It's a good buying opportunity right now. And unfortunately, the markets are going to open down because it's closed. The price right now, 114.8. What was the close of Bitcoin on Friday, Brooke? Do you know?
No, probably similar.
I'll just waffle on for about 30 seconds. Let me just check here on my stock portfolio.
It was mentioned earlier on, a couple comments about leverage. I don't recommend using leverage, guys. However, if you do, just keep it under 25% of what you have. In other words, if they say, hey, you got 100,000 margin available, I would limit that to maybe 25,000 in buys, simply because you don't want to ever get to a point where they liquidate you. You know, when you see these big price swings in Bitcoin, they're liquidating the leverage longs and they're liquidating the leverage shorts. So be very careful if you are using leverage. I don't recommend it.
Yeah. So Bitcoin closed last Friday at the close of the stock market at 114.3. So it's actually $536 up from the close on Friday. So hopefully that'll drag MicroStrategy and MSTY with it. I can see what they're looking like right now on the pre-market. We'll just have a check there, folks. And on the pre-market, MicroStrategy, which closed at, wow, 366, is now $10 up on the pre-market, 2.9%. which is at 377.28 now. MSTY, on the other hand, let's have a look at our favorite MSTY. And then I'll look at your ALTI as well there, Brooke, because people are into both of those stocks. And what do you know? It's struggling to load. A lot of people must be checking out MSTY right now. Let's go back and refresh.
Just to... we've talked in the past about James at Invest Answers. That's the YouTube channel, Invest Answers. Great resource, guys. If you haven't checked it out, I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, definitely do yourselves a big favor. You can trust him. He's data-driven, keeps emotions out of it. He did say something this morning that I caught. He used to self-custody his Bitcoin, which means, hey, you take it anywhere on a little hard drive or, stick with you, whatever. But he's now switched to Fidelity to hold his Bitcoin. And he gave the reason. He says, something happens to me, what happens to the Bitcoin? Where in Fidelity, and he trusts Fidelity, obviously the biggest on the planet, trusts them more than Coinbase.
Yeah.
So anyways, check out that YouTube channel, guys. You'll probably get hooked like I have.
Okay, so here's the news for MSTY. Great news, folks. On the pre-market, it closed last Friday at $17.80. Okay, it is now up 3.3%. It's even outperforming MicroStrategy on the pre-market, almost 60 cents, 59.8 cents. So it's at $18.46 right now on the pre-market. So looking very good for both MSTY and MicroStrategy.
What about ALTI?
ALTI, we'll check it right now for you folks. And ALTI,
I think it closed at 601.
Okay, so ALTI closed at 602, and it's going to open up 1% up, 6 cents, 607.
That's still on sale.
Yeah. So ALTI is way down there right now.
Get me some. What movie was
and
that
thank you,
live
Jeff
from?
and Roger, for being channel members, by the way.
Scotty Caswell, good morning, CBD and gang, from Scott and Meritus.
Good morning to you, Scott and Meritus. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Kim Leslie Nielsen, good morning, gents. Have a good MSTY Monday. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you for being a channel member.
Weather's ideal here.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we were out
90 degrees. Loving it.
Very minor cloud in the sky, no rain.
Not overcast. I can clearly see the ocean from the balcony. Looking nice.
Roger the Dodger Carpenter. Also, I have an order in for more MSTY.
Yeah. Hopefully your order gets fulfilled.
Michael Villa bought some Micron Tech AI. Yeah, Micron's good stock. There you go.
Yeah,
Do your research, Mikey.
All AI stocks are going to be way up in the
He also says stocks will rise if you hit the like button.
Very true. Very true.
Now
hit that like button, stocks go up.
That's a proven fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
There's Mikey D, Coop and Brooke, and Tubers. What's up? How's everything in the land of smiles today? It's great.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, Brooke is not going to Route 66 today because he's fasting.
Yes, it's a fasting day for
but
this.
I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be
Chubnik.
taking pictures, and I'll be sending them to Brooks and say, wish you were
Oh,
here.
you're missing a good brekkie. No, I want to do something. I need to lose a bit of weight. And, you know, I don't really want to go on these drugs that everyone promotes. I'm not into drugs, but fasting has worked for me in the past. So we'll see how long I can last. Hopefully, when's our next one? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be able to pull it through till then.
Okay, good luck to you. And thank you, Mike, and good morning.
Yep.
And thank you for being a channel member.
Live and learn with Mike. Time to buy more Misty.
Yeah, it's down.
Misty's
It's good
popular.
price.
Mr. Nut and his Texas humor. Good morning, CBD and fellow tubers. Hope your weekend was as great as mine. Oh, he's having fun here.
And he missed the last live stream on Saturday because he was on date night.
Date night.
Yes,
wow.
I saw his comment. He was on
Roberto.
date night. So
Yeah, good
well
for
done,
you,
Mr.
Robert.
Nut.
Texas. Aussie T. Good day, all from the land of Oz. Get spending.
You
Get buying. Timmy
good
P.
opportunities.
Greetings to the CBD gang and everyone. Hoping all is well. Just hanging out to learn a little from Edmonton, I believe.
And well done, Tim. Yeah, and thank you for being a channel member. Well done for coming on and watching the live stream, that is, of course.
Claude, our resident bike enthusiast, says, good morning, CBD and all the world.
Good morning to you, Claude. See you on Thursday, next bike ride.
Yeah, those are fun.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good head, too. Rick Price says, Coinbase dropped a bunch on bad after market earnings announcement on Thursday afternoon. Coinbase stock he's referring to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was invested in Coney for the dividend. Well, yeah, I'm not big on Coinbase nor Coney, but hey, some guys do, and I think they will pay, but
yeah, they'll bounce back up like the rest.
Well, yeah, do your research. And Black Ops, Big Al, morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke.
Good morning, Big Al, the man that'll never shake your hand. He'll only give you a fist.
I don't blame him. Hey, there could be germs out there. Rich Price, well, hoping for Bitcoin to carry the year. I think it will.
I'm still thinking Bitcoin's going to go over 200,000.
Yeah.
Because the M2 money supply is just continuously printing. They're not stopping. They have to print. They have to bail out the Fed. You know, interest rates on the loans, you know, the American government has. If they don't print, they default on the loan. They default on the loan. They lose their credit rating and everything goes to shit. So they have to print money. It's a continuous thing. It just goes on and on and on.
Watch James Invest Answers. Today he was discussing, you know, Bitcoin pricing, and he had a chart, you know, for the next umpteen years. And it's amazing the return is, he figures it'll be at least 30% a year.
Yeah.
You know,
CAGR.
More so, 30%
CAGR.
That's compound now.
Yeah.
You can get that kind of returns. You're doing well. So don't get, if you're able to get into a little bit of the Fidelity or iBit, you know, even small amounts, you know, $1,000, and it can do a 5x this year, 3x, 5x, whatever. That's 3,000 to 5,000 you picked up on 1,000 investments.
Now, Fidelity is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Why? Because they don't give it to Coinbase to hold your Bitcoin like all the others do. They hold it for you. And they got permission from the SEC just last week, that in-kind redemption. So if you want to take your Bitcoin out, they'll give you the Bitcoin back, not the cash. And then you can put it in a cold wallet, do whatever you want with it.
If you decide. Sure. No, that's a good thing.
That's fantastic.
Robert Pierpont, what's up, Coop, and your kickstand Brooke?
Hey, Brooke's okay. Robert, thank you for coming on and joining us.
Subwoofer, Misty's on sale. Hit that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Like or light.
Glenn Shaw, good morning. I love the Monday show. Have a great day.
And thank you, Glenn. Much appreciated. You too, buddy.
Patrick McCoy, hello, CBD.
And hello, Patrick. Thank you for coming on and joining us, buddy.
Michael Villa, a lot of dumbasses in the government. Well,
they're all over the world.
That's never changed over the centuries, has it?
I think the best prime minister out there has got to be the one of Canada right now.
What?
Look at that face.
Outrageous statements sometimes this boy makes. Ricky says, good morning from Bangkok. Third of my 401k's been wiped out. What now?
Sit and hold.
Well, depends what you're in there, Ricky. Take a look at the ones that have caused that drop. And if they're good stocks, like MicroStrategy, Tesla's down, hang on to them. Misty's down, but hold on for dear life, hodl, because they're going to go back up.
This what tends to happen, folks, is whenever there's bad news for the economy comes out, everything tends to get what we call oversold. People panic, they sell it too much, and then the big boys are like, oh, thank you for dropping the price down. I'm going to make 20% between now and Monday because the price is going to spike back up. And that's what they do. They drive the price down. It goes down way below what it should be. It's forecasted level. They know it's going to go back up to the forecasted level, so they buy back in. So the big boys buy in what you sell when you panic. Yeah. Be careful for that.
Yeah. Take a look at your stocks, Ricky. Analyze them. Mike D, I think Powell needs to go. Correct. So do I. At least they got Gensler out. Yeah, that was a huge win. It was. They mess up numbers. Oh, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Yeah, they mess up numbers all the time. They're just useless for information.
They are.
Especially when Joey was president. Yeah.
Well, this woman was appointed under President Biden. Yeah. And she's had everyone wrong since she was in office. Yeah. Not by a small percentage, like 1, 2, 3, 5, 10%. I mean, we're talking 90% off the ballpark.
And when you go from a big positive to a negative, I mean, it's one thing to be out by a few thousand on a positive or negative, but when you're out that much, switching from positive 250 jobs to minus 20, like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, you think, guys, if you had a company and you had an accountant and your accountant's telling you, oh, yeah, our profits are up 80% so far this year. And you're thinking, oh, good, we got a lot of money now. I can make this extra building here beside the building I already got, and I can employ X amount of more people. And you go out and do that, and you find that you don't actually have the money and you're broke. What are you going to do to that person that told you your profits were 80% up? Of course, you're going to fire them. You're going to get rid of them. Get the hell out. You ruined my company. And that's basically what this woman did.
Yeah, no good.
So she had to go.
Next, please. Claude AC, over 300,000 new jobs by Americans. Big job losses of illegal immigrants, however, caused the job loss counts. Yeah, well, it could be, but they need to get someone in there that can explain these changes and be more accurate. So,
I mean, there was only 10,000 jobs created, and yet she said there was over 250,000. That's a big difference. I don't care where you are. That's a huge, huge difference.
250 is a good month. 10 is not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Michael Avila, Powell will be gone day.
Well,
I hope so.
I think that the president of the U.S., what he'll end up doing is he'll end up hiring a new Fed chair in limbo, waiting for for Powell to go, and he'll probably undermine everything that Powell says. When I'm in power in May, because he goes on May 15th. Brooke checked it on search.
May 15th.
And it's May 15th, according to Grok, is his last day.
He can, however, stay on the board as just a board member until 2028. So,
do you think he will?
Honestly, I don't think he will.
I think he'll be done.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Robert Pierpont at Claude AC, you believe that all of a sudden Americans took fruit picking jobs and roofing jobs? Nonsense. Well, probably they wouldn't like to do that, would they? Hard to say. Richard Woolley, the Canadian Prime Minister, aka Carney, also needs to toe the line. He's going to lose in the long run. No disrespect to any Canadians here. I love you all. I'm a Canadian and I don't like Carney. Okay. So I don't blame Trump for whacking Canada with these tariffs. There's a lot of
35%.
Yeah. Now a lot of it's covered under the NAFTA, so it's not as big as people think it should be. But and as an example, they got this dairy industry in Canada, and I was a part of it. That it's so protected. The quota to milk cows is more than the cost of the equipment, the cow, the land, and the buildings. You have to pay more just for it's not even a piece of paper. It just gives you the permission to milk cows. And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what Trump's pissed about. Rick Price, I'm looking to Tom Lee for his take. He usually can calm my nerves.
And I like Tom Lee.
I like Tom Lee too.
And I watched him on Squawk Box on Friday, and he's still calling for $250,000 Bitcoin and $10,000 ETH coin. So that's what he's calling for by end of year.
The only thing I have to say with Tommy currently, he initiated a Ethereum ETF, and he's really pumping the hell out of it. And personally, I got no use for Ethereum. So he's doing this obviously for the, but other than that, when he talks about Bitcoin, he's very intelligent, and Tesla he likes, and that's great. I got no issues. But this ETH thing that he's got himself, and I think he's
he did say on Squawk Box, Bitcoin is still #1, but he says ETH will always be #2.
In his opinion, I don't think so.
We'll see what happens.
Solana is going to overtake it. Don Delonic, Mr. XRP, rent very expensive at Discogram Part 2, a little over 12,000 baht a month.
What?
Don't think that's too
not
bad.
Expensive.
I told Joe I'm a poor expat with a small pension. Joe said he can't lower the price, but the same with signed a new 1-year lease. Okay, well,
in other words, he'll keep it at 12.
Is Donnie in a studio or a 1-bedroom?
I don't know. I think he's in a 1-bedroom.
Yeah. That's actually a good deal on a 1-bedroom.
That is.
I think on a studio you could even do a little bit less.
Because I know people here paying 15 on a 1.
Oh yeah, and the new ones probably are.
Yeah.
So supply and demand. Part of the problem, if there is one with the channel guys, is that we have had so many people come here wanting to be part of the community at Discogram Part 2. The supply is going down and the demand is going up. So we had to talk to Joe. Biggest Chris says, I think a 1/4 point, but hoping for a 1/2 point in September. But then again, with Powell in there, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, he can do anything, literally. And Power's gone to his head, in my opinion.
Well, and he's got a personality problem with Trump.
Yeah.
So he's not basing it on any.
And Trump was the one that put him in there in the first place.
Well, no, he was in under. Well, maybe
he was
way
Trump.
back. Okay,
Trump appointed him on his first term. Yes. So he's been in there since then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has been a long time. Guitar Gardens, that MicroStrategy is dumping hard. Is Misty following along?
In the short term, yes.
Yeah.
But they're both pumping back up. MicroStrategy is currently up on pre-market $10.
Yeah.
So it's climbing back up, and Misty has overtaken that by being 60 cents up. And on a percentage, MicroStrategy is at 2.9% up, and Misty is at 3.3.
Yeah. What's happening here, guys? Just keep in mind with MicroStrategy, they are buying Bitcoin. Whether they're selling shares, which again they've stopped, or their preferred stock or their bonds, they're using it to buy Bitcoin. That ain't ever going to change, and it ain't going away. They're never selling. So when they had this huge, I think it was one of the biggest profits in the history of any company.
Yes.
That's only a start, because when Bitcoin goes to 150, guess what? Their average cost is 72 or 3,000. That's doubled their money. So you're going to see, as Bitcoin goes up, Micro will get pulled. I mean, if nothing else, on the earnings, because they're making a ton of money. So Misty will follow. So I wouldn't be leery of any of those guys.
No. And I think MicroStrategy is ready for a big spike up now.
It could happen any day.
With that earnings call, they're going to wait till the NAV premium is over 2.5 before they even think of selling any of the common shares. That's going to make the share price go up to fair market value, which at fair market value right now would put it at would put it at $570 to $670 per share.
Yeah, I sleep good holding Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, Tesla, ALTI, and Misty. I sleep good.
Good portfolio.
Robert Pierpoint says August typically is not a good month, and September is often worse than August.
Except for the year after the halving. got to take that into effect, Robert. Look at the previous 3 halvings and look at the year after the halving and see what it's done. You're right. September and August are typically bad months for crypto. However, when it's the year after the halving, it tends to be good months for crypto.
Yeah. Now, again, Robert, I'm not a guy. I've learned my lesson. Used to do a lot more trading in and outs, let's call it. But now, the last few years, I've switched to a buy and hold. I find over the long term, it is a much better process. It allows me to sleep at night. Now, having said that, my buy and hold stocks, I've researched the shit out of. So I understand them completely. Well, here's what that allows you to do. It allows you to see, well, that's all FUD. You know what I mean? So you throw out the FUD because there'll be lots of that. There's lots of it about Tesla. There's lots of it about MicroStrategy. There's lots of it still about Bitcoin, believe it or not. It's going to crash. It's going to zero. But yeah. Anyways, so with this August and September, so what? I don't care. I don't care if they're slightly down. I'm a buy and hold type of guy. If they are slightly down, good. I got some money to buy, through the MSTY, the yield maxes, the weeklies, the monthlies, and I'll be dipping. Dipping my toes. Rich Price, Tommy Lee, a fun strat.
Correct. And thank you, Rich, for being a channel member.
His hair, I laugh every time I see Tommy Lee's hair.
I do
see that?
yeah.
Oh God. WC is just hello, gents. I need these interest rates to drop soon. Yeah, everyone does, especially commercial real estate needs,
especially home buyers.
Yeah, they're hurt big time. Like yesterday, to get more buyers in the market, so I can sell my monstrosity of a house. I'm ready to get back to Thailand. Yeah,
and we're ready to have you back here with us, W.
Mikey D, Brooke, it is a buying opportunity, correct? But doesn't it make logical sense for peace of mind to set a stop loss at, say, the all-time low? That way, most likely you stay getting dividends, but are protected just in case. Well, that's interesting. Hopefully you've got enough research and faith in the stocks you own. I don't have any stop losses in any of mine.
Neither do I.
No.
And I'll explain why when you're done.
Well, yeah, okay, you go ahead, because I was going to probably say the same thing.
Okay. The reason I don't have any stop losses on MicroStrategy or Tesla, for that matter, is because I know where they're going to be in 5 years' time. I say by the next halving, Bitcoin's going to be at a minimum $500,000 a coin by the next halving in 3 years' time, because they're not stopping buying. Governments are now going to get into it. The writing's on the wall. It's gone from 50 corporations to 150, tripled in less than 6 months to the amount of people that are buying it. And it's like a coil. It gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And once the OTC desks run down, they put out a news briefing. Hey, we'll buy your crypto from you and give you 5% over market value. That is due to come anytime now, because it's going down. Michael Saylor bought 21,000. That's a big chunk off the OTC desk when they only had 100,000. IBIT is continuously buying. They're not selling. They're buying.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. The coil has got to break, and it spikes up 10,000, and that's when we get what people like to call God coins. God spikes. You see a big green spike on the weekly on Bitcoin, and I still see that happening, and that's why I haven't got a stop loss. Because yes, Bitcoin will go up. Yes, it will drop. Yes, it will go up. Yes, it will drop. But what you're getting is higher highs and higher lows. And it continuously does that in increments. And so I'm a long-time hodler. I believe in the long wait game. I want to wait 4 or 5 years and see my bag hit $1 million. I'm not going to put a stop loss in and Bitcoin drops down to 80,000 and, I think, okay, the bull market's over. I get out, whatever. And I'm still up 50% of what I got in at. No, I don't care about that. I care about holding it for the long term.
Yeah, if you're an active trader, then maybe a stop loss is, and you're taking flyers, meaning, you know, a lot of risky stocks. You're in and out, maybe, then stop loss, maybe. But the problem that I see for any of the ones I own is if I put a stop loss and they're volatile and they hit that and I get liquidated, by the end of the day, they could be back up to shit. If I want to get back in, I'm paying more
to get back in.
To get back in. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not my cup of tea. Now, again, because I've done enough research to know where these stocks are going to be, as Coop says, in 3 years, 5 years, I don't care what happens in the volatile days in between.
No. And when it goes down, I just buy more.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, one thing I do is I do still sell calls against my, you know, covered calls. They're called, and that does generate a little additional income over and above my MSTY and ALTIs. So that I still do. Guitar Gardens. Too many people reading X, seeing tariff news and no rate cuts, and running to sell before the other guy, and it turns into a death funnel of selling. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And you only lose money when you sell, folks. You know, if you want to sell it and it's down at the bottom less than what you paid to get in and you lose money, it's at your own fault. If you sit and you wait it out, you'll gain money in the long term because these things always recover. The bad news never lasts for long. There's always good news coming on the horizon.
And a lot of this selling, guys, it's, believe it or not, it's algorithm trading. So, you know, the algorithms are saying, fine, we see this many orders coming in. This is going to be going down. We'll help it. We'll sell too. You know what I mean? And then it continually drops. And then, you know, they're looking to buy back maybe at the end. So once the short timers are done.
Yeah.
Tim P at Richard Woolley and None Taken, Western Canada, didn't vote for this ass clown, meaning Carney. He's the creation of Eastern Canada. Yep.
Let me guess. It was Russian collusion that made him get it in. I don't know. Who voted for that guy anyways?
A lot of, well, there's some diehard liberals, like there is diehard Democrats, I guess, if you compare.
Diehard Republicans,
you know,
diehard independents.
He did have good credentials. I will say that. He's a smart money guy. And maybe the people figured, hey, you know, they need that. But I was like you. I was shocked that Poilievre didn't get in, the conservative. Mike D, you think MSTY dividend will go back up on this next payment?
Well, the first week is looking good. They made a whole $1, Mike. If that continues, best case scenario, they make $4. You can be looking at the 30-day IV of getting $2.50. That would be excellent for the end of August payment. But we have to see how their trades go for the next 3 weeks. It's only the first week. It's still early.
Yeah, it is early. To pick a range now, I'd say between $1 and a low to $1.50, maybe. I could see them, however, putting it above this last one for the simple reason they're not stupid. Hey, let's stem this talk of MSTY dropping its dividends. Let's go in at $1.30 or something, you know, and even outpace the last couple payments. So I could see that. But
yeah. We'll see.
Again, I'm not too worried. And I'm not even too worried about the share price because if it does get low enough, I'll buy more, dollar cost average. And in the meantime, I just want my check. Give me my money every month.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'll use to.
And don't worry, folks. I'll keep you updated every week on Monday Money Matters of where MSTY did, how MSTY did for the previous week. Yep. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Logan C. Hey, studs. Good to see everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Hit that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Yes, please. If you're watching on the live stream, pound that thumbs up. It's free. And thank you, Logan, for being a channel member.
Captain Action. Here he is. Here's an interesting perspective. 1 million seconds equals 11 plus days. 1 billion seconds is 31 plus years. Big difference between 1 million and 1 billion.
Oh, my God. I've got a huge shout out to give. And this one is from Duke. Bought 20 coffees and says buying MSTY, ALTI, and BTCI. Biggie tomorrow. Bigly tomorrow.
Biggie.
Well done, Duke. And thank you for the
Duke
20 coffees. Well
He's
done.
buying coffees.
Thank you so much. That'll keep us going for the rest of the month.
Going for the, you got her.
Thank you so much.
Oh, there's Vegas Chris.
Oh, sorry. Did we do Captain Action?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
his 31 years with 1 billion seconds.
There you go.
Vegas Chris, I believe last week was blown way out of proportion on the crypto front.
I
Yep.
do.
Those that have been around for a couple cycles now have seen 30, 40, 50% drops. Bitcoin is still at 114.
Well, you think about it. It's only a 3% drop.
Like it's nothing.
3%.
It's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
And yet, I mean, 2.5 years ago, we were promoting Bitcoin at 25,000.
Yes.
You know, about a year and a half, we were promoting Bitcoin at 40 to 50. 6 months ago, what was it, 80?
80.
You know what I mean, guys?
And now
So,
we're at 100 and
I wonder where the
14.6.
future is in this Bitcoin I've heard about.
Mm.
Get in. Logan C., what's the drone situation, Coop? I
Okay.
saw posting that Patty Police were going to dish out life in prison.
No, absolutely not,
But-
Logan. The drone situation is I got an alert from DJI saying that it's only until the 15th of August. Providing there's no more skirmishes between Thailand and Cambodia, they're going to lift the ban on the 15th of August and everybody will be able to fly their drones again. And there you go. Jackberry confirms it. No drones private, etc. until the 15th. Yeah, that's okay.
Michael Villa, I stacked up more ALTI. Sorry, $6 and change.
Well
Good on
done.
you. Yeah.
Well done. But I think Misty's going to be the fastest one to the race because ALTI was at 660. So it's down 55 cents.
10%. Yeah.
On the other flip side, Misty was at 23 and it's dropped down to 18.
A little more than 10.
So I think Misty will get back to 23 quicker than ALTI will get back to 660.
Well, time will tell. In the meantime, we'll get paid every week or month.
So I think you'll make a lot more money on Misty.
Jeff Sigler, greetings to the CBD gang. Hope everyone is doing good. We
are, Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Life is great in Thailand, guys. Forget this Money Matters show. You know, you want to live a life somewhere, why not come to Thailand? Enjoy the weather, the people, the food, the affordability. And you know what? It gives you a little more money to invest with.
Yep.
Robert Pierpont, coffee is already way up in the States. Wow. Better quit drinking coffee if Trump puts a 200 to 300% tariff on Brazil's coffee because coffee will skyrocket.
Well, we like going to Amazon Coffee here in Jomtien Beach.
Yeah.
It's $1. $1 for iced coffee.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Iced cappuccino. I love it.
Well, and there's even in the mornings, I like the hot coffee. And I found a place that's $1 for a nice hot coffee. And they give you a little thing of hot milk to put in it. And yeah, it's pretty nice.
Can you imagine in the West, folks, going to Starbucks and only paying $1 for your coffee? Nope.
And even the breakfast at this Route 66, the coffee's included and it's unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, how much does a Starbucks cost you in your home country where you are right now?
Yeah, or even another one.
Yeah, I'm curious what the price is different.
To be honest. Malcolm Hawkins, that name rings a bell.
Yeah, it's buying season.
Oh, it is buying season, Malcolm. Good on you.
Yeah, somebody's going to use this dividend payment to buy more. I can see it on the card.
Lovely Katea from Pattaya. Jeff Sigler, it is buying season, Malcolm. I wish I had cash to buy with. Yeah, well, get your Misty buying you some.
Use your dividend payment wisely.
Patrick McCoy, I drink Costa Rica coffee. That's good.
Okay.
Best I've found. Screw Bazell, true.
We did go quite a lot, Darlene and I, in Kuwait and the Philippines. We used to go to Costa Coffee, which was fantastic. Remember that?
Yep.
In SM Mall?
That was good.
Oh, fantastic coffee there. Yeah.
Best coffee
that's Costa Rica. Yeah,
I've had
Costa
on
Rica.
this planet was in Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes.
And it was called Kona Coffee, Kona.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was so damn good. When I got
made
back,
by a company called Lions.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yes, and you can buy it and they'll ship it over here to Thailand.
I was just going to say that's exactly what I did. I shipped it to the States. Because man, you fell in love with that coffie.
I've had it.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. Really good coffee.
Yep. Anyways, a little side light. Robert Pierpont at Patrick McCoy. All coffee will go up to, you won't escape higher prices. No, that's going to go up. Coffee prices.
Yeah.
Because Brazil is the biggest supplier. But you know who's second? Vietnam.
Really? For coffee? Okay.
Yep. Second biggest exporter of coffee on the planet. Patrick McCoy, I have a 3-month supply. No sweat, no worry here.
3 month supply
Yeah. And I, believe
coffee.
it or not, still have a whack of Timmy Hortons left, so I'm not hurting at all.
Okay.
Michael Villa, U.S. dollar's doing okay. Yeah, it's getting a little stronger.
Yeah.
Against the bottom, so that's good news.
Yeah, it's raising up almost to 33 baht to the dollar
Yeah,
now, so it's doing very
it's
well.
helping us when we exchange.
Mm.
Yep. Alfa Romeo, there he is from Stone
Kennedy.
Creek. Yeah, with the Munchkin, the food
Yeah.
Munchkin. Good evening, gents. Hope everyone is well. Bought more MicroStrategy on Friday's dip. Well done. Picked up more Bitcoin during the weekend dips. Good on you. He's a slow and steady buyer.
He
which
is. Only
smart.
buys the dips,
Yeah,
which is
and
smart.
that's the way to be.
Yeah.
Keep stacking, hold tight, and reap the rewards in the near future. Now Romeo's still working, so he's got a regular
Steady
income to
yeah.
buy. So good on you, Alpha. Keep it up. You'll be over here before you know it. Patrick McCoy, should I buy more MSTY or start a position in ALTI?
That is the $1 million question. I can't help you with that, Patrick. I am a MSTY Mafia and a MSTY Strong. I do like the idea, though, of a weekly dividend because stocks do drop during the week, and it's a good opportunity if you got some dry powder coming in to buy the dips. Because if you're waiting to get your payment once a month, you may have missed the dip. So I would say yes. Get some ALTI if you can, and I'm probably going to buy some as well.
Are you now?
I will.
Oh,
I like the weekly dividends
maybe
too.
I've rubbed off on you.
Yeah.
Patrick, I would say because it sounds like you already have MSTY, you might want to diversify a bit, as Coop said, into ALTI. That's basically what I did last week. And I'm going to actually buy whatever I think's on sale this week. Now, the benefit, and I mentioned this earlier, of ALTI, because it's a weekly payer, you will have a bit of dry powder. Now, maybe at some point you need that to live on. Well, guess what? You got a weekly check to live on. That's kind of nice. But if not, you've got dry powder to buy every week. And as Coop said, you can't always pick with MSTY. Oh, I hope the markets are down when I get my payment. You have 30 days. You're waiting.
Exactly.
Right?
You
With
might
weekly,
be
okay, there's nothing on sale this week. Next week I'll get another weekly. Then I'll have double the money to buy. If it does go down, typically it will in the months.
Good idea. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's Mr. JD and a channel member to boot. Great, gents. Great stuff. Coming your way in September for 1 month in Jomtien.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. Let's discuss ALTI and ETF others on sale for 602. So, all you two all in? Are you two all in? Yeah. Well, I'm basically all in.
Yeah.
Whatever I don't need to live on, guys, so I invest.
Yeah.
I don't keep cash, which unfortunately sometimes it's better to have dry powder. Hopefully ALTI will give me that now, but I'm all in investing because it's fun.
And good way to make quick money.
Yeah. And you're pretty well the same.
Ditto.
You just have more of everything. Mikey D. Brooke, yes.
Yes.
Mikey D. 55. My message cut off. Brooke is, I'm loving ALTI. Oh, good. There you go. So we got a happy camper right there in it. What do you guys think? Would you rather have ALTI or MSTY right now?
MSTY.
Well, I would say if you have MSTY, branch into ALTI. It gives you more diversification and the weekly. The one I did look at ALTI's stock holdings.
Okay.
Unlike MSTY, which is based on one stock and it's through synthetics, calls and puts, is MicroStrategy. Well, we do know where Bitcoin's going, which will pull micro, which will pull MSTY. So, okay, I'm fine with that. With the ALTI, I really like, first off, I like the stocks they do, and they do what's called covered calls. So they actually own the shares.
I think it's 10%, isn't it?
Well, they do a maximum typically of 5% per stock.
Okay.
And they've got it, and now some of them are 2, 2.5, 3. So I think they've got about 30 in there. But they got the Palantirs, the MicroStrategies, the Robinhoods, the Coinbases. They've got a good smattering of high volatility stocks. And if one ain't performing, they kick it out, they bring in the next best. So that's strictly high volatility. The more I looked at it, I liked a lot of their stocks. Some I'd never heard of, but a lot of them I did, and I like them. And I like the fact that it's high volatility and they pay the weekly. So it does give me dry powder. So I'd say if you don't have Misty, that might be one to look at because it's screaming buy right now. If you do have Misty, ALTI would be a good second to go with because it's you're diversifying your bags too and your payment schedule. Michael Avila, how many shares of Misty is considered okay? I know the more the better.
I would say 1,000 is a good starting point for Misty. Why 1,000? Because that'll give you, on average, after taxes, if you're non-American citizen, that is, because you only have 15% withholding tax compared to Americans that have 30%. I would say that 1,000 is a good amount because that'll give you $1,000 extra income every month.
Or more.
Or more.
Yeah. I would say do your budget on what your income you need to survive here, live here. And if your budget's $1,500 a month, or if it's $2,000, kind of aim for that in, let's say, share quantity, because it should be on average over $1 a share.
Yeah.
So if you're 2,000 budget and you got 2,000 shares, on average, you're getting more than you need. And then whatever excess you have, you look at diversifying, into maybe Altis or Tesla or Bitcoin. So yeah, enough to live on, I would say. Which means, as Coop mentioned, hey, it'll vary on who you are and what your budget is, guys.
Yeah.
Like my nephew, for example, I think he's at 1,500 Misty.
Okay.
But then I said, look, you're probably going to want more than that because if you especially have a woman. But he's got a good bag of ALTI now. So his monthly is going to be fine. But, if you only had to pick one, go with Misty and go with, what you need to live on.
Yeah. And what I like to do with mine is I like to take half profit and half reinvest. I'm always making money. And that's the way I look at it. So if I had 1,000 shares of Misty, I'd take 500 profit and then 500 reinvest.
500 to live on.
Yes.
Yeah.
On top of my disability payment, for example. And then the other 500, I would re-drip back into the stock market, be it in Misty, ALTI, MicroStrategy, Tesla, or Bitcoin.
Yeah, if you got, obviously, guys, you need, and I've said this in past live streams, two things you want to have. You want to have a monthly income, could be from your pensions, could be from your governments, whatever, and in a lot of cases, it's from your monthly payers or weekly payers. That's your income to live on. And then you want your growth stocks. And that's different. We're not in Misty for growth. We're not in ALTI for growth. We're in for living costs,
monthly payments.
In my case, I got enough for the next couple months to live on, so I'll be investing that. But typically, the growth stocks will be your long term. And what I like in growth, obviously, MicroStrategy. I like Tesla. I like Solana going forward. So and then of course your iBits and your Fidelity, your Bitcoin. So that's the growth, guys. That'll cover you 2 to 3 to 5 years down the road. The Misties, the ALTIs of the world will give you your monthly income
and
to
your
live
weekly.
On, and your weekly.
Yeah.
Biggest Chris, XRP is up over 9% in the last 24 hours. Thank heavens. I can see Dandy Don smiling all the way here in Vegas.
Yeah, he loves his XRP.
I tell you, be careful with that XRP, guys. There was a rumor, maybe it was a vicious rumor, that the banks might not be using
Swift.
XRP as an alternative to Swift. So
I heard the same one.
Yeah, and if that does come to fruition, I can see XRP dropping dramatically. But Mikey D, unrelated question. To get to Colon Island, is it really only around $1? And can you stay overnight over there? Yes, you can. How is the water? It's
crystal
over there.
Clear water. And it's only a 30-minute boat ride from the mainland here in Pattaya over to Koh Larn. And yes, they do have many hotels over there that you could stay at.
I know Brownie found a deal where I think it was 1,500 baht, so $45 for the night, US. You got the accommodation,
breakfast, a scooter,
and a scooter rental for the day, like
included.
So ask that question, Mike, on the Facebook page, Coopersthaiadventure Facebook page, and you'll get a lot of answers as to where to stay, possibly even that deal I mentioned.
Yeah. And it's only 35 baht to go there. So just over $1.
Just over $1, yeah.
Yeah.
Soon to be $1. Vegas Chris, I took 70% of my self-custody Bitcoin out of Coinbase and put it into Schwab IBIT, which I was made to believe they also hold their own BTC.
IBIT does not.
Schwab, I don't know if they have an IBIT.
Well, you can buy IBIT through Schwab.
You can buy it through Schwab, but I don't think it's Schwab's IBIT. I think it's BlackRock IBIT.
Yes.
And that, listen, BlackRock is safe. Your money with BlackRock, biggest on the planet. Don't worry about it. Fidelity is the only one, as Coop mentioned earlier,
that holds it for you.
Self-custodies their own.
Yeah.
So, but either one you're fine with, and you own Bitcoin, which is good. Scott Fitzpatrick, tariffs cause inflation. Higher interest rates are needed to curb that inflation. Basic economics 101.
Well, inflation is down. And because inflation is down and it's at the 2% mark that Jerome Powell wanted, he has no reason to freeze rate cuts. He should be cutting rates, get America's borrowing costs down, because their interest on the borrowing is through the roof. It's the same as the defense budget of the whole of the United States per year. That is a phenomenal amount to be paying on interest, over $1 billion a year on interest. It's several billion, actually. It's just crazy amounts of money. And they have to refinance. They have to refinance that debt in September. So they need Powell to drop the rate so they can refinance it at a lower amount, and that'll help the American citizens out. If they have to refinance it on the current amount, they're going to be paying a lot more.
Scotty's got interesting perspective, and a lot of economists would agree with him. However, I think with the level of tariffs that have been imposed, a lot of that, Scott, is actually being absorbed by the companies. They're not passing it on to the consumer, figuring, hey, there could be a backlash or, stop buying. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with inflation from the tariffs. And so far, it's so good. It hasn't been a big impact. Higher interest rates are needed to curb inflation. Well, that has typically been the economic formula, let's say. However, going forward, these higher interest rates, if they're too high for too long,
they hurt the economy.
Actually killing the economy and the jobs. And that obviously will eventually cause inflation to go down because nobody's buying anything. They ain't got jobs.
Yeah.
So what they need in lieu of to help counteract this inflation with lower rates is the fact you'll get more supply coming to market. So everything's kind of supply demand in the macro version. And when you have more supply coming, well, guess what? The demand can be there, but the supply goes up. There's not going to be inflation.
Yeah.
So I think Trump's trying to push the hell out of getting more supply of everything, homegrown, let's say, which that in itself will help. So as the economy grows, that's better for jobs, better for GDP, better for standard of livings. And I think it'll look after the inflation rate.
Let's wait and see what Powell does next month.
These high interest rates, there is segments of the economy that are getting killed. And one of them is commercial real estate. It's not getting affordable. The second one is homeowner. I mean, they come to refinance and the rates have gone up like double, maybe. That's the end of them. So that's not a good thing. And lastly, as you mentioned, they got to pay this interest. And if it's double it's just a vicious cycle. So they need rates to come down big time. Alpha Romeo, huge congrats to Darlene, Jackie, Jen, and all the girls who participated in the Pattaya Trail Race Run.
Yeah, they did very well.
Jackie got a medal, believe it or not.
So did Darlene.
Yes, everyone got what's called a participation medal.
And I filmed it, and you will see it on YouTube soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Darlene was the first to finish of all the girls.
Nope, Jen.
Oh, Jen was.
Jen finished first, Darlene second, and Pinky third, and Jackie fourth.
Yeah, and so they called Jackie because they were, well, where's Jackie? Well, she was having an ice cream.
We thought she stopped for breakfast.
There you go. Oh, from Tommy Lee, the Tominator. Good morning, Cooper, Brooke, Darlene, and all the diamond hands.
And good morning to you too, Tommy. Thank you for coming on and joining us, buddy.
Lullington 954. The job numbers revision numbers miss was off by 90%.
I know.
No wonder they fired. No one is that incompetent. Well, somebody was. They did this deliberately to give Powell cover to not lower rates. Yeah, who knows?
Whether it's deliberate incompetence, whatever the case was, it spooked
Fire
the
their
markets.
ass. Yeah, it spooked the market.
It spooked the market.
And then he did fire the lady. That spooked the market. So But John Bain, he fired the Bureau of Labor Statistics director. Good on him.
Yeah.
But John Bain, again, XRP is up 7.6%. Algo is up 8%. So we do have some altcoin buyers.
Yeah, on the rebounds already. So it didn't last too long.
Albi Abroad, Powell lost almost $1 billion on Fed building. Yeah, he was in charge of that, apparently. He can lose a lot more for the stock market, it seems.
Yeah, he's way over budget on that one.
Tommy Lee, question is, how much pain can you take?
It's short term, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's as people are already saying in the comments, XRP is up 5.8% right now, trading at around about $3, 299.9. So $3, call it. Yeah, everything's sort of bouncing back nicely. Just need Bitcoin to do the same, and MSTY.
Willie Gilligan just dropped another 1K on MSTY. Well done. It's great to make more in a month than I do in a year in a bank deposit. Gotta love it. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
And that's what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm making more in 1 month than I would of leaving it in my savings account in my bank.
We have subscribers who, and I would tell you, they were very conservative investors all their lives. And, you explain how this MSTY and ALTI works to them. And they're leery at first. I don't know. That sounds like a scam to me. Well, I says, well, get your advisor. If you don't want to do the research, get him to check it. And we've had them do that. And the advisors come back and they initially tell them on the call, nobody can pay that. No, the good ones do the research. They get back to our subscribers. There is something there. Yeah, it's okay to take a look at that. Shit, I'm going to take a look at it. Some of these advisors now are convinced because they got people making, 5% a year. Hell, they make that in a month on a lot of these. So
exactly.
Yeah. Vegas Chris, I think the ETH haters will regret it one day.
Well, yeah, I could see ETH hitting $10,000 this year. I could see it doing a 3x. Yeah, easy.
At the same time, Solana does a 10x. So there you go. It's the fastest horse in the race you want. But I think ETH will always be here. It's just I think there's faster horses.
Yeah.
Antruck Morton want to join Alpha in his congrats to Darlene, Jackie, and all the participants in this hike and run. Talk about performance.
They did very well, and we will talk about that more on Wednesday. And I'll share some footage with you.
Yep. Mikey D, 12,000.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mike. Okay, Mike D, 12,000 bought for one better. Wow, that is inexpensive. Oh, I cannot wait. I told my son, hurry the hell up and turn 18. Out he goes.
Yeah, and then he can move over and retire here.
Yeah.
And just to let you guys know, for those that are overseas and don't know what 12,000 baht is, I'm just going to bring out my currency calculator.
3 to 1.
At today's exchange rate, 12,000 baht is $370 US.
Yeah. So if
a month rent on a 1-bedroom condo.
Yeah, if you multiply by 3, I use, it's 360, and Coop said 370 to be exact. So close enough, but yeah.
That's super cheap.
Oh, on a 5-star resort.
I call it, well, to Thailand, it's probably a 3.5 star. But to the West, where we're living in crap places, condominium complexes aren't nowhere as near as nice as they are in Thailand.
Yeah.
People from the West come over here and they're saying, wow, this is 5-star.
It's like you would go on a holiday and you'd think, oh, we booked this in whatever country we're traveling to. It's sunny. The pools are immaculate. They got a gym. They got a sauna. They got a steam. Oh, underground parking.
Jacuzzis.
Yeah, it's a 5-star resort. We're there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now we're here forever. Yeah, pretty good. Michael Villa, Powell is under investigation. Good on him.
I don't know what's going to happen there. I think by the time the investigation comes to a conclusion, he'll already be out. It'll already be after the 15th of May. Everything takes so long in Congress to do, and these committees, you know.
Any normal person would have quit.
Mm.
You know, with the amount of flack he got, normal people would have quit. And okay, well, listen, if that's the way
you can do a better job than me, then you're welcome
power
to
to
it.
you.
Yeah.
Now he's in there strictly and staying in there and not lowering rates because it's a personality problem. He's let his emotions affect the logic in the cycle. And to me, that's not right. So I agree. He's got to go. But
and one of the people that is on the Fed committee, she quit. She resigned over it.
And I'll bet you dollars to donuts is because she wanted those rates dropped. And Paul would have none of it.
Yeah.
So not good. John Bain, in another life, I was in the room monthly when the Bureau of Labor Statistics number dropped. A proprietary trading company contacted me to be there. Contracted me. Okay, well, he's dreaming. Mikey D, how were the pool villas? Did you go yet?
Today, after this live stream.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Route 66 for lunch, and then we're going to go out to the pool villas. I'm looking for a place for me now, for me and Darlene. So, and we're going to share with you the three that we're going to view, and we're going to choose, hopefully, one of them. If not, keep looking.
Well, one of the big reasons, and I don't blame Coop on this, is there's going to be a parking issue here, guys, at this, because it's low season, and honestly, I don't know about yours, but our building's full.
It is full now.
And yours is full.
Yes.
So it's probably full in all the underground parkings. There's 5 of them.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, what the heck is going to happen in high season?
That's why I want to get out before that.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Because there's only so much outdoor parking, roads, where they're going to park. I mean, I think, as I said,
because I just bought a brand new SUV, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Last year. I bought a brand new SUV and I paid $70,000 for it, US. The last thing I want to do is leave it on the street so some idiot, drunk person on a motorbike can come past and scrape it, scratch it, dent it, whatever, because they're not looking what they're doing.
Yeah.
No, I want the security.
If you're coming here and you're not bringing a vehicle,
and that's what concerns me.
You're going to be fine. If you're going to use a scooter, you're going to be fine.
If you got a car, problem,
you're going to have an issue in the high season, guys. So
so that's why we have to look at moving.
John Bain at Mike D. Renham in the low season jumped in, has spots for 9K 10 to 12 easily. Yeah, low season, definitely, if you can, guys. Rick Price, another question: village versus condo. Do condos have backup generators? We do, to keep the electric power on during blackouts.
Yes.
And would a villa need the same so aircon can keep you comfortable? It'd be recommended, wouldn't it? I don't think it'd be too expensive for you to add one, Coop.
No, I could put a generator in.
Yeah.
I can buy one of the mobile ones. They sell them
That's
here.
All you need. Run the aircon and the refrigerator.
Exactly.
That's all you really need.
I can buy one for, under $1,000, a backup generator. Yeah. And I probably will.
Good point, because you wouldn't want to be here without aircon. You'd notice within an hour, things are starting to heat up. Within 2 hours, holy shit, I can't take this. Go down to the pool, swim in that till the power comes on. You'll be all right. Logan C says, can someone send me the 90-baht chicken and rice from the lady down the street? I just spent $14 at Subway. Oh my Buddha.
Missing that good cheap food over here.
We get the 80 baht, 90 baht kebabs. Oh,
they're good.
They're good and filling. Robert Pierpont, wasn't being a crypto-centered saying August and September are bad months. I'm talking about the whole market in general.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
For the new people, for the market, historically, August and September are not good months in the market.
Yeah. That is true. And then October, November, December tends to go crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. But for crypto, generally 3 out of 4 years, it is bad. August and September. But the year after the halving, that all changes. And for crypto, August and September, October, November, December are the best months in crypto.
This time can be different. We'll see. Famous last words. I believe in freedom. Tariffs punish the consumer because businesses have to increase the prices, increase costs, and reduce profit margin. Tariffs make imported goods, raw materials, or components more expensive for businesses. It can, yeah, but a lot of times it's absorbed by the companies, right?
And tariffs are also a good thing for the American companies out there, because more people will then turn and buy local goods rather than imported ones, and it helps boost the economy.
Rich Price, District Grand Park 1, does it have more available? Now, there's a point. I never thought of that.
Both about the same.
Okay. Are they? They're not getting near full like we are.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are. Okay. So be something to look at. If I live in District Grand Park 2, what services or things in next door Grand Park 1 can I use?
Nothing.
They're typically separate. Quite often you just go over to their pool, they come over here, you piggyback in, but typically, as Coop says, they're separated. Yeah. You need your own separate key cards. You can't use one to the other.
No.
Richard Woolley, I love tariffs. I don't mind him as long as he's buying Bitcoin with the extra money.
That's what I hope he's doing. Yeah.
Mr. Nut, Texas Humor, I still do not know a lot about investing. Okay, well, you hang with us, Robert. You'll be all right. But the one thing I do know is that my dividends are paying for my retirement. Well, good on you. I realized I do not have to know everything. It's just I find when you do your research and you understand what you're in, then you will sleep better, especially on down markets. Everybody sleeps good when the markets are going up. I don't have to research. Look at what's happening. But when it drops dramatically, and it could, then you want to, oh, geez, what do I do? What do I do? Well, if you know your stocks, you've done your research, you're hodling. You may be buying more. So that's why you want to tend to take and learn. But John Bain and Rick Price jumped in. Patio almost never have blackouts. I can't recall any here.
No. And that's what's great about it here is the infrastructure is second to none. The only time our electricity goes out, folks, is when they are servicing the generators.
Yeah.
They turn the electricity off for about 10 minutes. They service the generators back on.
That's it.
And they tend to do that early morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning when it's not hot.
Not a hot. Yeah.
And it's lovely and cool, because you got the good cool breeze coming across from the ocean. Nah.
There's mornings we can leave our sliding doors open.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's that nice out, so you don't need to always be locked in and have the aircon on. You can just have a nice breeze coming.
Exactly.
I believe in freedom. So that is the reason prices are going up. Tariffs are not good policies for anybody. Basic economics. This is why college is important. Tariffs are terrible.
If they're reciprocal, no, they're not.
Yeah.
If you're both trading on a reciprocal tariff level, for example, 19% for Thailand and 19% for America, so reciprocal agreement, England, 10%, then it's not a bad thing because you're both playing on a level playing field. It costs England just as much as it costs America to sell their goods in each other's countries.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. It brings open free markets and free trade.
I believe in freedom. I totally believe in free markets. The problem is the markets aren't free. When the government subsidizes certain industries, and I'm talking China big time here, that's not free market.
Housing, for example.
Well, various
China.
It's not free markets. Let's say reciprocal tariffs, as Coop says. The U.S., in my opinion, has been taken advantage of. I believe Trump when he says that.
Yeah.
Hey, good on him for doing what he's doing.
I will agree with Trump.
Yeah, it'll bring things more into line that are fair.
Yeah.
And I know with Canada, they can say all they want, but their dairy industry, their chicken industry, these are all protected industries. Good luck trying to get something into the country from any other one on the planet. It's not going to happen, and that's not free trade.
Yeah, Brooke, we're at an hour 35 minutes. We got to wrap this up. I know you're not going to breakfast, but I still am.
I'll be abroad. That stop loss on Tesla when it's high might be a good idea because the large swings of $50 a share. You see that in Tesla, you buy all you can. Anything under 300 in Teslas is screaming buy. Dr. Evil, hey guys, can you just put 30,000 in a bank account and leave it there? Would be good too for multiple years for retirement visa renewal.
Yes, you can.
Why would you do that? Invest the money.
I would do it for the first year
Yeah.
to get your retirement visa. But after
Okay.
that, I would do an income-based one because you can make more money on your 30,000 by investing in the stock market and getting monthly
Big
dividends
time.
than you can on the interest that they pay here in Thailand on it.
You
Just
get nothing
sitting there.
on interest here.
It's less than 1%.
Yeah, what you make on your 30,000 invested, say in your home country, properly, will more than pay an agent to get you your retirement visa, and you'll have money left over, and your money's not tied up here or nothing.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, hey Brooke, how far out of the money on your covered calls? On the ones I use, I go quite high. So, for example, this Friday, is it this Friday? No, the 15th. So 2 Fridays coming up. MicroStrategy at 500 and 600.
Wow, that is far out. Yeah.
Yeah, for 10 days, but pays a bit of money. I don't want to lose it. But John Bain, Thailand probably would have a 36% tariff hike from the US if the border clash hadn't happened. That could be.
Who knows on that?
They're lower now. They're only, what, 19, you said?
19 for both Cambodia and Thailand with the US. Yeah.
No problem. Alpha Romeo, I didn't vote for the Canadian PM banker. Arnie, good on you, Alpha. Robert Pierpont, also for anyone new to the market, never sell a stock at a loss and buy back the same stock within 31 days. That's called a wash trade. Correct. If you do buy back in too soon, you cannot claim the loss on your taxes.
That's true too. Yes.
I'm not so sure in Canada, but I know that in the States. I believe it's true. Yeah. Willie Gilligan, all my stock investments now are with my excess disposable income that I usually spend on vacations, so it's all a win-win for me. I have got to give you guys the credit for MSTY. Thank you.
And you're very welcome.
A lot of people are in that situation.
And thank you for being a channel member, Willie.
Yep. Alpha, Kona coffee is a great brew. It is.
It is.
Yep. Rick Price, which country is that expensive exotic monkey berry coffee from? Never heard of it.
The monkey poo one. Oh, sorry, the cat poo one is Vietnam, I think.
No, not my cup of tea. Richard Woolley, the best thing from Brazil was a Brazilian. If you know,
you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, correct. Mike D, Alpha. Yes, very smart. Buying the dips. Can't lose. Claudia C, along with tariff deals in Japan with other trillions have been committed, which results in high-paying tech and industrial jobs that Americans take in roofing jobs, somebody else's ridiculous assumption. We'll see you all Thursday for a bike ride.
Yeah.
Claude adds. Tommy Lee, the Tominator. I made a spreadsheet and determined that ALTI is a better investment. Tommy's quite the...
for now.
Yeah, okay.
But I know where MicroStrategy, Bitcoin, and MSTY are going.
It can change daily.
Yes.
Good on you, Tommy. Mikey D, you got Coop in the ALTI army now. Yes, we do.
For some weekly dry powder.
Tommy Lee, just in my honest opinion. Good on you, Tommy. The Bigster, there he is.
Yes, long time no
Skipper. Hi, guys from Seattle. Enjoying a little visit, not enjoying $5 plus coffees. See you when I get back. Yes.
That's expensive coffee.
For the Skipper. Jeff Sigler, the weekly dividend helps when it comes to compounding as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Biggest Chris, I think Coop got a little jealous of all of us with the ALTI. He's now turning a new leaf. Soon we'll be back into Tesla.
Yeah, after September.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be getting back into Tesla.
Tommy Lee, right now ALTI is good, but a good buy under 610. Yeah.
Yeah, $6.10. Yeah.
Richard Woolley, I like the weekly also. Finch Jane, I am in ALTI. It's cheap. Palantir and NW, probably NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Strong price appreciation. Tesla, great company, and will rise again.
I think so too.
Finch Jane, all four are over 70% yield now. Crazy.
Exactly.
They're all good. Finch Jane got in 2 weeks ago. Good on you, Finch.
Yeah. Well done.
Program, good as well. Richard Woolley, I'm hoping ALTI will have some longevity as it's a great weekly payer. It will.
I think so.
There'll always be volatility in the stocks, and they'll always update to the payers. So, Stacy, are there any stocks that people tend to like using for calls? I was using CleanSpark, but not worth doing calls with that one anymore. Want to find someone else to research to get into for options.
I use IBKR in New York, and you can do covered calls on them.
I think she's referring to stocks here. Okay. Not the trading platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So Clean Spark, yeah, I used to do that too. It's a bit of a dog now, and you know thought the same.
Yes.
I only use it now on Tesla and on MicroStrategy. That's the extent of my calls. So the volatility's come down, but it's still decent. And yeah. Ernie Jones says, "Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke. Good morning,
Good morning,
Ernie.
Ernie, and thank you for being a channel
Mikey
member.
D, Trump did say America will be booming in 5 to 6 months, I believe. Hopefully that means the dollar will do even better in the land of smiles. It will. We think that. Yep.
Yeah, I see the dollar getting stronger now.
Yep. Yeah. Scotty S from Wahin. Good morning, Cooper and Brooke. Are you guys still holding Bitcoin? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Or did you sell off to fund Misty? No.
No, still holding.
I only bought, I think, 47 shares last week of the ETF of Bitcoin. So that little extra head around.
Yeah. No, I only sold my Tesla shares because I believe Tesla's on a sort of very slow upward trend, whereas MicroStrategy is going to be on a very fast one. So I flipped.
Robert Pierpont, the tax rate on 50,000 is 12% federal. And for me in particular, my state and county tax is 4.8, so 16.8 total.
Not bad.
You have to make the 150 grand a year to get its 28 and 8. Yeah, well, Canada, we're worse, man. It's double that at least. So crazy. Yeah. Good on you, Robert. Mikey D, I tend to agree with you guys when it comes to XRP. It's just too vulnerable. I feel like XLM is better. Jesus, I wouldn't touch it either. But I stay out of those. I just feel ALTI and MSTY are way better. Yep.
I like the monthly income. I do.
Yeah. Get your money. Glenn Shaw, how would you rate
SMC?
Yeah, SimC, Tesla, ALTI, and MSTY. I have all 4, but thinking of dumping one and putting it into one of the remaining 3. Interesting.
Well,
why would you want to dump it?
Yeah, I like Tesla, but I still think it's slow right now. It will spike up. It will spike up, and I believe that's not going to happen till the end of the year. Once the robots start running off the assembly line and they're out on the streets, watch out. I think Tesla's going to go through the roof on stock price. But I know they're several months away, and that's why I've got time to wait and let MicroStrategy run up. Then the shares that I sold from Tesla into MicroStrategy, sell those shares, and then buy back into Tesla at a bigger bag for less money.
Okay, well,
and that's what I'm doing.
If you ask me, of those 4, they're all good.
Yeah.
But if you held a gun to my head, I'd say, please don't hold a gun to my head.
Tesla, you would dump?
Well, of the 4, I wouldn't dump it. I would just say that's the one of the 4 I'd be least interested in.
Okay.
Mikey D, I think they put Jerome under investigation because Trump said he wanted him gone, and he said he isn't going. A guy needs to resign. He's horrible, correct? Mikey D, Coop, what kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Ford Everest SUV.
Good.
Yeah, I bought it. I love the tech. I think there's not a car on the market in Thailand other than a Mercedes, and I can't afford a Mercedes, guys. So it's the second best to me.
How many likes have we got so far?
I have no idea. Let's just check quickly.
I'll keep reading here. Tommy D says it is a spreadsheet on MSTY, assuming Bitcoin going up, a great investment in MSTY. Correct. If it stays flat or correct, it's not a great investment. On the other hand, ALTI is less volatile. Yeah, they're both good. That's why I own them both. Tommy?
Yeah. And we got 78 likes.
Ooh,
whoa, 22 down. Come on, guys. Pound it now.
Oh, my.
We're about to log off.
Here.
I'm late for breakfast.
I already got that one.
Okay, next.
Biggest Chris, when Coop moves into his villa, what becomes of this live stream?
Still do it.
The way it looks, you two are in the same room, so as you look each other's direction when talking to one another.
Still going to do it, but we'll do it at the villa. Yes, we are. This is our living, my living room.
2 feet from me.
Yeah, and we will still do it, but you'll have a view of our pool in the garden.
See, said the boy, man. Tommy Lee, August and September historically been bad for stocks also. Yeah, it's a bit of trend. Timmy P, what would you gentlemen say a single guy can live comfortably at around 100K to 120 easily?
Easy.
And a nice reserve in the Thai bank, absolutely.
Exactly. You'll live like a king.
That'll afford a lot of daily ladies.
And a lot of other
Malcolm
things.
Hawkins says, "Ooh,
Goodbye,
from the land of
Malcolm.
Oz, living there with my great live stream. Thank you. Hit that thumbs
Saying
up.
our goodbyes now.
Logan C. See you friends on the next one. Appreciate it. What's up, Captain Action? Vegas, Chris, as always, thanks again, guys, for the info and alpha share every week. Wishing you all a wonderful week ahead.
Thank you, Chris.
Timmy P, great show as always. I have to watch Saturday stream at a time. Getting up at 7 is a little tough.
Okay, understood.
Mark Schaefer, hey guys, headed that way tomorrow morning. Can't wait to see you all. Yeah, we'll look forward to that.
Until then.
Tommy Lee, have a great day, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy.
And last one goes to
Roger Carpenter. Thanks for all the great info. Have a good breakfast.
And thank you guys. And thank you to the 108 people that stayed to the end. If you haven't yet, pound that like button. Help Darlene smile.
Yeah.
We need 100 likes to boost the YouTube algorithm per live stream. So if we can get there through your help, it is highly appreciated. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. And if you're watching on the replay, your thumbs up counts too.
Stay safe.
So until then, take care.